Hello lads and ladies, and welcome back for another video on the channel. Today is Fleetwood against Cheltenham. Now, I think we're starting to look at two sides that will be finishing in mid-table. Cheltenham are on 38 points, we're on 36. They're 9 off the playoffs, we're 11 off the playoffs. However, off the drop, 13 and 15 points off respectively. Both clubs are pretty much, you get a good result, you just can't be that consistent for 46 games, unfortunately. Both sides came down from League One last year. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It would mean a lot. It's really helpful. It's free to do so. It's a home of League 1 and 2 content. Press subscribe. Also, can we all like today's video? Let's all go down there, smash a like. Let's go for 200 likes, a massive like target. It does help the channel grow. Let's get down to Highbury.
Yeah, good afternoon, Phil. Good afternoon, everyone. First of how good does that sound? We got led by your skipper, Brendan Wirradu, a week ago. I wasn't quite sure I'd ever hear that again. It's been brought to the club. I think as well that he can progress teams as well. That's the first element, that he's had success of building Barrow up, who just about survived in League Two, to I think 8th and 9th. And they shouldn't have missed out last year. They went on a poor run. The way of his style plays are very intense. It's very movement heavy, pressing heavy, and it burns teams out, and I can understand that with the smaller squad. However, he plays a good style of football but understands the level to dig out results in difficult moments.
It's Carlisle United, and of course 7 days ago.
Going into the game today against the bottom 12, Fleetwood had won one game against the bottom 12, and that was Carlisle away. We'd drawn 6, lost 6. Now 9 points from a possible 39 from the bottom half sides around you is very, very poor. I get that the record against sides above you is very, very impressive. Don't get me wrong. I think it's 27 points from the other games, which is a good return. But if you're going to do anything at this level, you've got to beat sides in and around you and below you and break a team down. Cheltenham will come today very compact, and Fleetwood in the past few weeks and this season as a whole haven't been able to break that down, lacking quality. Yeah, it sums it up. Shots from wayward, the ground's very flat, and it's been a hard watch so far. There's been no real... I think both managers won't be happy with their side. There's been no real rhythm. And
left-hand edge of the penalty area. His run's taken to the kids in the 3 o'clock kickoff. We'll come back to that in a moment as Ryan Graydon bursts inside the penalty area. Chance there for Matty Birch inside the box there.
And Matty Birch would have been his 8th goal of the season as well. 3 against his opposition, where it all began for him, isn't it, for his goal telling? I think he scored the next game against Walsall, and he's our most dangerous player from a midfielder, and that says everything you need to know. You lose with running Cochran 2 weeks ago, but Graydon's, I think he's only got 3 goals this year, and he offers more than that than goals, but you want more from your centre forward play. Graydon did well there, to be fair to him. Virtue arrived into the box, the timing of that, and midfielders will work on that. When do they announce their presence into the... Yeah, and I know a lot of people at Lincoln that actually went to the owner and went, I'd give anything to sign Matty Virtue back. That says everything, that Lincoln are a progressive League One football club. Matty Virtue did well there, he did well at Blackpool. He only started 5 times last year. Matty Virtue needs to start 45 times a season in the League and Cup. If he does that, you'll see the best out of him. I thought he was excellent as a young lad at Notts County as well. With Archer and Duke Boyd, and I know their supporters get excited every time those two get on the pitch. And unfortunately for the Cheltenham supporters, they've sold players for not enough money in recent years as well, that they've just been able to leave the football club for small fees, and they get a little bit agreed about that. But Archive Duke Boyd's an exceptional footballer.
Until his forward come Fleetwood, maybe an opportunity, and it's Louis with plenty of confidence.
Confidence, a will to learn, a will to want to impress. He could have had a hat-trick, Phil.
At the opening period, Elliot Bonds slaloms his way past a couple of challenges, edge of the penalty area. Back it goes to Ryan Graydon, and the ball is turned into the back of the net. Well, Cheltenham nil.
Yes, Matty Virtue, 8th of the season. You pin them in, you get into the box. It's a really good finish. It's 1-0 to the Cod Army.
Where that was going to finish up.
No, he's absolutely brilliant. You mentioned us about a minute before, digging it out, being hard to play against, and that's what Pete Wild said straight away. This place has been too easy to play against. It's been a bit like a speed camera in these last few years. Everybody that comes here, flash 3 points, away you go. Not anymore. Pete Wild wants to change that. It was high on his list that he wanted to do at the start of the year. He's starting to implement that. It's been hard watch, don't get me wrong, but Fleetwood have the goal in a difficult period. dig it out before half-time now. Matty Virtue, 8th goal of the season from midfield. He does everything you want. He plays forward, he runs forward, he gets into the box, he times his runs, and he has a shot on him. It's a brilliant finish into the far corner as well. Joe Day, no chance as well. Second balls, it was scrappy, there was a few tussles in there. Cheltenham couldn't get it away, and Fleetwood have got that vital goal just before the break. Difficult pitch as well. It's a very similar to the Morecambe pitch last week, where Dackers gets his first goal of the season. Andy Dallas scores a brace on debut. It's very hard to defend against because it's the corridor of uncertainty because of how bad the pitch is. And when the ball comes up high, you're not knowing where it's going to land. But Fleetwood lead the game of football. If that's the same at the end of this game, you won't come away thinking, oh, that's a horrible game to watch. You'll be thinking, good win, clean sheet, 1-0. I love winning 1-0, especially at home. I love it away from home as well, don't get me wrong, I love it in general, but good start. Need to be able to make sure that you dig it out in the second half, maybe offer a little bit more, don't sit in a little bit, don't invite pressure because they'll go direct, they'll ask you questions. And I think George Miller's been a willing runner, I liked him at Bury as well. Just got to make sure that you are the home team in this second half. They've only won twice away from home. Yeah, Harrison Neal's tackle and recovery rate and block. First half performance, they weren't really in the game, they didn't really create anything. They looked a little bit tired, a little bit lacklustre. They had that quarter final against Peterborough in the week in the Virtue Trophy, which again this changes, but you want to be able to have full demand in a league game and coming away. It's a long journey. Fleetwood give opportunities out to players either that haven't had many games. When you look at Ryan Graydon, move over from Ireland. I often say about footballers, there's a reason why they're in League One and League Two. And with Phoenix and Ryan Graydon, it's because they don't score enough goals. Phoenix has been shoved in a different position, which he should do. Ryan Graydon's often normally the one that provides as a centre forward. If those two can add goals to the tally, you're looking at two really, really good top level centre forward and a left winger at this level. And Graydon loves to tussle, he loves to be able to scrap, and 27 minutes to go in this match, still a lot of life in Cheltenham, but Fleetwood will be thinking, let's go and get a second and kill it off. It's a game when you look at it, you think in the bottom half of the table, a couple of points now off the bottom of the league, with Morecambe picking up an impressive result last week, Carlisle currently winning. If that's the case, and you see that out, you think, here we go again, and it's not a great omen after the last few weeks, but I think Tranmere are one of the worst sides in the division and are struggling for so many reasons, and that normally indicates Fleetwood losing the game of football, but this game isn't done yet.
Goes down inside the penalty area under a challenge from Thomas actually.
Again, going back to Tuesday, you've got to get 3 points here first. I think we'll know a lot about this season. I think 7 points out of 9 would indicate a good week. Of course you want 9, get 9, all of a sudden you're thinking, right, the season's not completely lost. I think that Fleetwood would have to look around about picking up, I think, 40 points from now to the end of the year if they want to get into the top 7, but it's a long way. Just keep taking each game as it is. They'll have monthly targets. They're behind it because they didn't get the point and a half last week. They win today, they're back on track. I think
there is he saw the headlines in tomorrow's paper.
Yeah, he's getting a bit nervous. Just get the ball anyway, away from your goal. Ball in, bring tussle.
Nothing really he could have done about that, but Fleetwood struggling there to clear the ball. And sometimes he's clean through on goal.
Again, you catch him on the counter-attack, it's a brilliant ball through, they pulled everyone up, Mark Helm needed a goal, he's got his goal, and Fleetwood Town have their win, it's 2-0, 3 goals, 3 points, clean sheet, Mark Helm.
Helm sent him clean through, Mark Helm one-on-one with the keeper, he threw Joe Day 3 points.
You never know with Fleetwood, you really don't. You can't just be, one spring in a summer. I think Lee Johnson said something like that after Reading last year. It gives me nightmares still, to be fair, but it's got to be the start of something. You've got to build on this. This means nothing. If you go and lose at Tranmere on Tuesday evening, all of a sudden it's like, well, you've still only got a point a month in this month. And again, Helm alive. He's been to be patient for opportunities. He's not really been alive in games. We don't often see his name in commentary, Mark Helm, at the time when he started. good to see him get a goal. I think Owen Davenport, a few little things, hold the ball up, win a foul, just nick the ball on, has been quite good since coming on as well. So, look, it's a good victory, scrappy victory. I think Fleetwood have been the better side. Fleetwood have had 7 or 8 decent half chances as well. Cheltenham have had a couple of whiskers away from range, but Fleetwood warranted, and we're above Cheltenham in the table, and hopefully we want to push on into the top half, and it's a victory that will, likely do that.
Taylor.
Yes! Brilliant victory, not at the absolute top levels, 2 goals, clean sheet, nice goal at the end, late half goals where Fleetwood have struggled in the back end of half, where Fleetwood have found that way to win. Good victory, long way to go. We go Tuesday night against Tranmere, long trip to Bromley Saturday, a lot of the ways this month, a lot of time away from Highbury, but slowly making this place a fortress again. Phil, great victory, and hope everyone at home enjoyed that one.
So good victory this afternoon. We needed it. If there's going to be any chance of us getting into the playoffs, got to start winning the home games. There's still a long way to go of this season yet. Nearly saved, which is the biggest aim of all as well. We go to Tranmere Tuesday night. Our record against the bottom half side is poor. Hopefully we get a victory there. I'll be back in the stand on Tuesday night, so hopefully 3 points can follow. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. Please drop a like and please subscribe. See you in the next one.